we build sustainable businesses that create a lasting impact. Hello everyone, my name is Katrina Faith from the Lukaluway Foundation, and today we are celebrating a certain specific woman in Ginger. But before we do that, I want to remind you that we are in Women's Month, and today I'm with a very lovely lady. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm okay. How are you, Katrina?
Fine, thank you. Please introduce yourself to the people.
I'm Patricia Magova. I lead a team at Lolo Treats. And at Lolo Treats, we sell all ingredients of cake, yogurt, ice cream, and bread.
Okay. So we all know it didn't start from here.
Yeah.
Small story. Where did you begin from? What did you study? Give us a brief story. Did you study baking from
No. I did study baking, but as normal school, I went to primary, secondary, university. I did my bachelor's in adult and community education from Chambogo University. Then after there, I recently graduated with master's in public health from UCU. Yes, so I'm a master degree holder.
Okay.
Yes. So baking, this business started in 2019. 2019, and I started as an ice cream vendor in Bugembe with one ice cream machine like that. And during that time, shortly, COVID started. And we were having difficulty getting ingredients. We were getting ingredients from Kampala. And in that way of sending for ingredients from Kampala, when COVID started, transportation stopped, and we were using those truck drivers to deliver to Bugembe. Yeah. So in that line of finding difficulty, I thought we would start a shop dealing in ingredients. So that's how we started. We went to Chikubo, we started sourcing out ingredients for ice cream, and when we reached there, you can't sell ingredients for ice cream alone. You need to put in cake. So
you were inspired from there.
I wasn't ready, but I had to move with the flow. So I had to start baking, taught myself online, used to go on YouTube, watch videos of baking, joined a WhatsApp group. By that time it was a Nigerian lady, and that group, they used to post recipes. So I would try out here and then, try out different recipe. I got some money and bought my oven. Okay. So I would try out those recipes, and some would come out well, some would not come out well. So briefly, that's how my baking journey started.
Okay. Yeah. I love the fact that you were inspired by downtown. Now,
yeah, that's where
Lolo was a company, as a team. What have you guys achieved? What has it impacted you as a person?
Wow. Lolo as a company, first of all, we started as a small shop. I remember I didn't have money. And actually, when people say that you can start business without money, some people think it's a lie, but it's not.
Okay.
It's not, because I didn't have money, my own money, but I kept on borrowing from here and there and here and there, and family really stood with us a lot. So Lolo has grown, because from one shop we have 3 branches. We have one in Imbale on Kumi Road. We have one in Iganga on Saza Road. So it is something that is evolving each day. Last year, Lolo Treats, we took our first trip to China to import this thing. Okay. So it is something that is it is a health business, I can say. It's growing each day. Each day we are evolving. It is impacting so many lives, because we have people who work with us in all our branches, but also those people who are we brought ingredients nearer to them. I think we're making a difference in people's lives.
So there are things you've built out of the business.
Yeah.
Bought land, a house.
Land, house, no. I've not yet bought land and house, but it has really taken away the burden, the financial burden from me, well, on so many things. Okay, it has contributed to my construction somewhere, but not major things. And also, it is the way I am treating this business. I really want it to grow, to give me something very huge. That's why I don't constrain it to pick out a big chunk of money. Yeah. My major thing at this stage is try to make a big empire out of it.
Okay, as a woman in this business, because I know there are men who you found in this business, are there challenges you find beyond being a baker, but just being a woman?
Yeah, there are many challenges as a woman.
Yeah.
And I think one of the biggest challenges is accessing financial facilities. It's the biggest. Because financial facilities are meaning loan in the banks. So because most of the women don't have securities, and the loans, most loans in the bank, you need to have a security to access a loan. So that is one of the biggest challenge I've experienced as a woman in business, because I've ever been conned by one bank I won't mention, but I've ever been conned because of that. So I think that is the major challenge, and I think it's the big gap as a country, or like women in business. We need to come together and really advocate for this, but it's been my biggest challenge.
Okay. So it's Women's Month, and we want to empower other women who are either in business, ginger, or starting business. Do you have a special message or an encouragement to them?
Yes. Women in business, if you're a woman out there and you want to start business, I think the best advice I can give you is to start. Start.
Don't delay.
Just start what you want. That is the only way you will solve the financial problem, you will solve the customer problem, you will solve the sales problem. That's the only way. If you start your business now, if you stop delaying it, by the time you are a year in that business, you'll have gained so much knowledge, you'll have gained so much expertise, you'll have solved all those problems. So the best advice I can give someone is start.
Thank you so much, Ms. Asha. Thank you so much for watching. Please share, follow, and subscribe to our channels. Have a blessed week.